Hello and welcome back to my Pokemon Fire Red Normal Pure Type challenge. In the last episode, we made our way through Victory Road after defeating Giovanni at the Viridian City Gym, and now we are here ready to take on the Elite Four. And now, I should stress that most of these movesets that we currently have on our Pokemon are not actually ideal. These are not the movesets that I was sort of ideally hoping for, as we are actually going to be able to just use some rare candies just to make sure that we're as close to 50 as possible. Light screen would actually be interesting. Obviously, Chansey still can't evolve. So yeah, I'm going to get as close. And yeah, no, it's going to be interesting to see how we do. Like I said, we don't actually have a lot of the movesets that I'd actually really like to have. So we're going to have to sort of hopefully get a bit of luck. Hopefully get a bit of luck, but anyway, we'll see. So we have Tauros here with a Strength, Surf, Pursuit, and Earthquake. We have our Chansey with Counter, Soft Spoils, Seismic Toss, and Toxic. We have a Clefable with Thunder, Water Pulse, Calm Mind, and Blizzard. We have Porygon with Tri Attack, Psychic, Recover, and now Shockwave. I got rid of Thief and put on Shockwave. I would love to have Thunderbolt, but nope. We have Kangaskhan with Brick Break, Aerial Ace, Rock Slide and Dig, and we have our Wigglytuff here with Thunder Wave, Rollout, Double Edge, and Fire Blast. So, yeah, the reason I say all of these sort of things is because, obviously what I'd love to be able to do is travel back to Celadon, but the thing is that what I have noticed is that through our speedy run through Kanto here, we actually did not ever get Fly, which means if I want to head back to the start, it's going to take some trek from here. And honestly, I can't be bothered. So I'm going to hopefully be able to get through the Elite Four now without needing to make such a trek, but we shall see. I don't know what level the Elite Four are at, actually. But hopefully we'll be in a pretty decent position to set up. So, in we go. So obviously, Lorelei is first. She's the Ice-type trainer. We're going to lead off Wigglytuff. That allows us to paralyze stuff. It allows us to set up Rollout, potentially. Lots of good things come with Wigglytuff. Welcome to the Pokemon League. I'm Lorelei of the Elite Four. No one can best me when it comes to icy Pokemon. Freezing moves are powerful. Your Pokemon will be at my mercy when they are frozen solid. Are you ready? Okay, so she talks a good talk, but let's see how she does. She has obviously the 5 Pokemon. Most of these are half water type, which I believe the Dugong, and if I remember her team is Dugong, Oyster, Jinx, Slowbro because she didn't want enough ice types, and Lapras. So 3 water ice types, and then an ice psychic and a water psychic. So the nice thing is that Fire Blast is obviously Fire Blast is neutral here, but we will interesting. Safeguard actually protects you from that, which is rather interesting. And you get a crit Ice Beam to take me out, which is not fun at all. Okay, so what do we want to do? We'll go into Chansey here. I didn't actually mean to go into Chansey. But anyway, oh yeah, you're still protected by Safeguard. I don't know why I even bothered with that. Obviously, what's nice is that our Chansey here is a really good special wall, and will pretty much wall the vast majority of these Pokemon. And we can soft build up to continually get back health, which is really nice. As he's going to set up the spikes, and you're going to full restore, that's fine by me. We obviously have Toxic, as you're actually going to dive, which is fine. Again, none of these moves so far have been special, so have been physical. So I'm really not too worried about him. I might Toxic this Slowbro, but we're going to soft board first. We do live these. Okay. So you're going to, unfortunately, put me to sleep. But the other thing I did is I put a load of berries on my Pokemon. Chansey got Chesto Berry. I had some Persimmon berries for confusion, various other things. Stuff like that. Just something I wanted to do. Just to help out the team. Just to keep everything, just in case you end up with Pokemon like Slowbro, which obviously you want to. Okay, so that actually did an awful lot. You do outspeed. So, let's just check. Stats, defense. Best defense is actually Tauros. What can Tauros do in return? We can... what can we do in return? We can strength, pretty much is the only thing we can do. But we will go into our Tauros here. Spikes is going to hurt us. Those do actually get hit by the surf there. As you can see, Tauros had a citrus berry, I believe. Strength comes in and does not do an awful lot. We're going to pray we cut through confusion. We do indeed cut through confusion. As you're going to full restore, fair enough. The Lapras is obviously a relatively important Pokemon for her, I would assume. So what we're going to do, you can see I also obviously got an awful lot of healing items, stuff like that. So we'll heal up our Chansey once more. Let our Tauros go down. That's not too much of a worry for us, as we can toxic this Lapras, and then potentially counter as we get powered, which is really annoying. I do have some full restores. Obviously the risk with Body Slam. Body Slam is a nice move in that sense. As you do actually confuse me, which is rather interesting. But there we go, we get the counter off, and now we see the Jinx. I'm going to go into a Kangaskhan here. Jinx has paper thin defenses, so I'm hoping if we can land a Rock Slide, it should do a huge chunk. It does indeed do a huge chunk as you put me to sleep. Ice Punch. We do thankfully wake up very quickly, and we defeat Lorelei. You're better than I thought. Go on ahead. You only got a taste of the Pokemon League's power. So that's really good. Lorelei tends to be, in my opinion, one of the harder of the two. One of the harder of the Kanto Elite Four. That mainly becomes from the fact that Bruno and obviously Lance. Well, actually, no. Like, Lance is interesting, obviously. He's got a rather nice team. Do I have any Hyper Potions? Just Hyper Potions? No, just all Max Potions, okay. But certainly Bruno, for example, is not really someone we really need to worry about. Obviously, being a fighting type trainer is interesting, and our only real counter is Porygon with Psychic or Kangaskhan with Aerial Ace. Other than that, we're just literally trying to outspeed and hit hard, so Tauros is going to be very important here. Do I want a Thunder Wave view is the question. Or do I just go straight into... No, because you lead off Onyx. So what I want to do is I want to go to Clefable. Clefable should be my lead Pokemon. So, I'm Bruno of the Elite Four. Through rigorous training, people and Pokemon can become stronger without limit. I've lived and trained with my fighting Pokemon, and that will never change. Mark, we will grind you down with our superior power. Hoo-ha! Just specifically a fighting type trainer, but he does have a couple of Onyx on his team, and Onyx are obviously quad weak to water, so Water Pulse will do a hefty chunk. So as we do not outspeed, and that is going to be a problem for us. Sky Uppercut is obviously, as you actually... Okay, so you slowed me down with Rock Tomb, I guess. I can see why you do that, maybe? Sky Uppercut, is that going to kill me? It does, just straight up. Okay, cool. I'm just testing the waters just to see how bad these could be. What I am going to do is I'm actually going to swap out to my Wigglytuff here on the Sky Uppercut. As you can see, we do not get taken out by that, and that is because of the Intimidate. And Intimidate from Tauros is actually going to be really important throughout this battle, I think. These fighting types are a hell of a lot scarier Obviously, now that he is at -2, we can actually just max potion alongside him, and unless he crits us, which he does not, we actually should just be able to sweep. Again, Porygon's going to come in here. We do trace the Limber. He probably is super fast, and again, just straight up one-shots me. So we're going to need to go Tauros to get that Intimidate off. And then, what level are you? 53, interesting. This is... I had not considered this to be as hard as it's going to be, it seems. I expect him to probably have high jump kick, if he does have high jump kick. Obviously, the important thing is that he's only got 3 main threats. His 3 main threats will be the... this Hitmonlee. What's more important is actually I swap out to Clefable here. Swap out to Clefable, we hit the Brick Break. We actually get the Cute Charm trigger, which is really, really good. We now want to max revive up our Kangaskhan as our next fastest Pokemon, I believe. We can now go back into Taurus. Again, we get the Intimidate, which is really, really good. We now max Potion up, just in case. And now we see... Okay, so Strength is over half, that's awesome. I'd love for you to heal. He does not heal, but Strength will take out the Hitmonlee. So now the big threat, which is the Machamp, comes in. And this is going to be a real problem. So we are definitely going to need to get some Intimidates off it, is the issue. So we're going to go into our Kangaskhan, as we see the Machamp. We are not going to try and... we probably outspeed, because Machamp is not a fast Pokemon. But there's no point in risking it, so what we're going to do is we're going to heal up our Clefable, as you're going to just cross-chop. That's going to straight up take me out. Expect it to. Going to bring in our Taurus here. We now let Taurus go down for the cross-chop, because... And then we revive up Taurus once more. Cross-chop misses, that's always the risk of cross-chop as well, which is really good. And we can max Potion up our Taurus as well. Cross-chop lands, now it takes me out. We can go into our Taurus again, so now you're at -2. I'm hoping Strength does... Strength doesn't do nothing to you. We get the crit as you get a Scary Face, and you have a Citrus, and you do not die, and you've got full restore. But you are still -2. I do not... okay, that is very scary now. And because of Scary Face, I'm slower, which is really bad. Okay, so I really need to go into a Pokemon that 1 outspeeds this, so... What's my speed stats? So we got 157, 130, 71, 92, 49, 61. So we need to hope that Clefable outspeeds, really. If Clefable outspeeds and can land something like... something heavy, that would be awesome. But yes, this is becoming a very big problem, because essentially he's now at he's now back to even, essentially. We know that Porygon does not outspeed. Although, no, have I actually tried Porygon? I don't think I have tried Porygon on you. I know that you are really slow. So let's try that. We're going to bulk up again, so you're just getting greedy now. So in that case, we're just going to keep on reviving up our Pokemon. It's important just for us to find out which Pokemon actually outspeed. So again, we'll just heal up everyone. As you bulk up again, Jesus. You continue to bulk up. So you guys for the Rock Tomb, are you out of Cross... Oh yeah, Cross Chop is a really low PP move. I completely forgot about that. So he probably was just out of PP. If we just Aerial Ace, so down he goes. Okay, cool. And now he brings in the Onyx. We can just go into Clefable. And we can Water Pulse. Down goes the Onyx. Okay, interesting. We defeat Bruno. My job is done. Go face your next challenge. So that was more difficult than I expected it to be. But I suppose... Yeah, I just wasn't thinking, given that I have a team of pure normal types. And I was not expecting the fighting type trainer to be difficult. It's kind of silly. Okay, so Obviously, next up is Agatha, the Ghost type trainer. Although naturally, all of her Pokemon share the Poison type. I believe she has an Arbok. I know she has 2 Gengar, a Haunter, an Arbok, and a Crobat, I think. Or Golbat, maybe in this, just to start off with. So again, Porygon could be really useful if we can actually get off some Psychics. The issue with Porygon is that Porygon's just so slow. Thankfully, obviously, we are completely immune to all of this Ghost type moves, which is really good. And we do have Tauros for Earthquake, should we need to Earthquake any Poison types. So, Agatha. I am Agatha of the Elite Four. I hear Oak's taken a lot of interest in your child. That old Duff was once tough and handsome, but that was decades ago. He's a shadow of his former self. Now he just wants to fiddle with his Pokedex. He's wrong. Pokemon are for batsmen. Mark, I'll show you how a real trainer battles. Here we go. Elite Four Agatha sends out a Gengar just to start off with. So we trace the Levitate. Just no bad thing. You're going to confuse rate me, and I'm going to get off a Psychic, and that is going to do a big chunk of damage. So you are a Confuse Ray Double Team Gengar, which honestly is just ew. Just ew. Really nasty. Golbat. So I'm going to go into Kangaskhan here, and Rock Slide. That does a decent amount of damage, enough for it to be interesting, essentially. If you're going to Air Cutter, you can go into, say, Fable. Should be able to tank that. Or you can miss, which is also awesome. We can Thunder here. If we can land a Thunder or a Blizzard, this Golbat will be down. Lovely. As you're going to send in the Arbok, we will go into our Tauros. Tauros will get the double Intimidate, essentially. We can Earthquake here. Obviously, it does not receive Stab, which is why we're not taking out this Arbok. But down it goes eventually. And we see the Gengar. Obviously, we can't Earthquake the Gengar because it has Levitate. And there we go. We see the crit Sludge Bomb to take out my Porygon. So we're going to counter here. We expect the Sludge Bomb. Oh, of course, counter does not affect you. That was clever. I got pro play. I made a mistake. Okay, what do we want to do? So Chansey can't touch you, so very little point in you being in here. We should just heal up Tauros. Let's go to Auditor. And let's T-Wave you. Get you nice and slow. And then we can Fire Blast. That doesn't do an awful lot. Bring back up our Kangaskhan. And off the Fable. And we'll go back into our Kangaskhan here. So, Aerial Ace won't miss, Rock Slide can miss. As we see the first, so we see the Citrus, as you get another crit. This is a very crit happy Gengar. We have Surf on Tauros, which is really the only thing we can actually hit you with. We also have our Clefable, which is actually relatively... Imagine, if obviously if there were fairies in this gen, then Clefable would not have a good matchup here. Because Sludge Bomb would pretty much just wipe me out. As it is, Sludge Bomb does nothing. Jesus. Clefable is so beautifully bulky. And we get Hypnosis. That's okay. Gives me time to revive up some other team members. Nightmare. Ooh, interesting. So that's essentially the equivalent. She used to have a Dream Eater Gengar, if I remember correctly. So having a Nightmare Gengar is actually really interesting, and a nice sort of callback to that. We outspeed because of the paralysis, which is really nice. As you are going to full restore, sort of expected. As you missed the Hypnosis, which is nice. We may well want... you missed another Hypnosis, which is unfortunate, but to be fair, you should not be relying on Hypnosis. We'll go into our Kangaskhan here. The Nightmare should not... Yep. And now we can simply Aerial Ace. And we got first turn wake up, which again is fortunate. I think we could have played around that relatively, I don't think we would have had enough problems overall. I think we would have been fine. There you go, that's why we have a Chester variant on our Porygon there. So anyway, we defeat Agatha there. Finally. You win. You win. I see what the old Duff sees in you now. I have nothing else to say. Run along now, child. So, that is Agatha defeated, and now all we have is Lance and the champion. So, and I really don't feel like you need to say, like, spoiler warning or anything like that, because if you don't know who the champion is, I have no idea how you found my channel. Anyway, okay, so, Tri-Attack, Psychic, Recover, Shockwave. We do definitely want to start off with a Pokemon that knows an electric type move, because Lance's first Pokemon is a Gyarados. We see Chansey with Natural Cure, with Counter, so... do I think PP is a problem? We're missing... Ooh, Blizzard could be a... Yeah, we want to save... Okay. I have some Ethers, don't I? That we strengthen you. PP ups, yes. Elixir on Clefable. And we only had 3 Rock Slides. Do I have any berries that restore PP? That would be awesome. Berry pouch. No, just the 10 HP orange berries. Okay, well we're going to actually have to see how we fare against Lance here as we take the long training, the long walk up to his run. I think Porygon can lift something from the Gyarados and can strike back. I would assume Shockwave would one-shot it. It is quadruply effective, which is such a huge disadvantage for the Gyarados. Well, we are going to have troubles. Dragonites are going to be problems. I don't think anything has a fighting type move, if I remember correctly, but we shall see. I've heard about you, Mark. I lead the Elite Four. You can call me Lance, the Dragon Trainer. You know that dragons are mythical Pokemon. They're hard to catch and raise, but their powers are superior. They're virtually indestructible. There's no being clever with them. Well, are you ready to lose? Your league challenge ends with me. All of that was true until fairies came and just... nothing. So, here we go. Elite Four, Lance would like to battle and sends out the Gyarados, as we predicted. Level 56, so 7 levels above me. Intimidate is not fun. You're going to Dragon Rage me. Oh, it's got Dragon Rage, that's hilarious. Yes, we land the Thunder, thankfully. Okay, so Hyper Beam obviously is a thing, and we do need to watch out for that. I'm going to go into our Taurus for the Aerodactyl, because Intimidate is pretty good here. Surf is obviously super effective. I do not want you to get an Ancient Power boost. That would sort of be like the worst thing ever. So the issue we're going to have here is that essentially... what a prediction. So I get a 3 Thunder Wave, and then Rollout. So the thing about Rollout is that Rollout's going to build up in power, and hits literally everything on Lance's team. So, you can't move, going to have a Fable, Thunder, goodbye. So we take out the Aerodactyl, we've taken out the Gyarados. We see Dragonites come in, and we will stay in and pray that Blizzard lands. Blizzard does land, and we even get the Cute Charm Affection, which is really, should be useful, but every single time we've had it so far, they've broken out and just nuked us, essentially. We are going to Toxic you. And Seismic Toss, so Chansey gets a kill on Lance's Dragonite, which is pretty awesome. We are going to, again, Toxic these Pokemon. We see the outrage, we can just heal that off, which is really good. Dragon is special in this generation, so we do have a huge advantage in that sense with Chansey, because Chansey just walls special attackers so beautifully well. The final Dragonair, so once more we're on a Toxic U. That is putting you on a timer. Now all we need to do is we just need to Seismic Toss you. As you actually have, oh yeah, I forgot. Dragonair got shed skill. Still, there we go. Down goes the Dragonair. Chansey cleaning up Lance. Wants to evolve, but no. Oh, sorry, I should have been reading that. There's one more trainer to face. His name is Gary. He beat the Elite Four before you. He's the real Pokemon League champion. So now we have one of my favourite battles, actually, in the whole series, against Gary. Because Gary has a really nice team, you know, a nice amount of variation with it, which is always important in making these sort of end battles really fun. So Gary leads off Pidgeot. So, do I lead off Clefable, or do I lead off Kangaskhan, is the question. What else is he going to have? He's going to have a Venusaur, he's going to have an Arcanine, he's going to have an Exeggutor, no, sorry, he's got Venusaur, he won't have that, he'll have a Cloyster, I think. And then 2 other Pokemon that I don't remember. Oh, and Alakazam. How are we going to deal with the Alakazam? The Chansey, I guess. Chansey completely destroyed that. Well, walls Alakazam, really. Or do we just Pursuit with Tauros and hope that he wants to swap out? Or we could just go into Tauros and just Strength, because Alakazam's defenses are paper thin. Okay. So, we want to lead Kangaskhan. Let's see how Gary is doing. Hey Mark! I was looking forward to seeing you, Mark. My rival should be strong to keep me sharp. While working on my Pokedex, I looked all over for Pokemon. Not only that, I assembled teams that would beat any Pokemon type. And now, I'm the Pokemon League champion. Mark, do you know what that means? I'll tell you. I'm the most powerful trainer in the world. Here we go. So, champion Gary has 6 Pokemon. He leads off with level 59 Pidgeot. And we will go for the Rock Slide, and we will miss the Rock Slide. Woohoo, great start. And we get the Flinch, wonderful. And we miss the second Rock Slide, and we have no more PP. I forgot about PP. I need it more on Chansey. I do not see any reason to swap out, because this Pidgeot is really not actually doing an awful lot to me. And unless he gets a crit, I don't really see this actually being a problem. I do have a Max Ether, so Rock Slide. Okay, so I expect him to heal. I'm wanting him to heal. If we can get him to waste healing items on Pidgeot and earlier Pokemon like that, that was really good. I'm surprised that you... Smooth! That's better. That's what we want to see from our... rival. There we go, we get the counter off and down goes the Pidgeot. Counter is so beautiful against Pokemon like that because obviously just ignores, completely ignores stat changes. So we're going to go straight into our Tauros set against the Alakazam. We'll get the Intimidate off. Intimidate obviously means nothing to Alakazam. We can Strength, we do outspeed despite being 7 levels below, and Strength is going to be a 2-shot on the Alakazam. My Tauros feels like it should be attacking. It feels like it should be doing more. I mean, I can stay in and I can Surf, or I can go to Fable, which is the far safer play, and I can also Water Pulse. Water Pulse actually confuses the Rhydon, which is really useful. We actually get double confusion on the Rhydon, which is really convenient. He brings in the Gyarados, we will stay. Ah, that's your Water type, there you go. Thrash, but we land the Thunder. We even get a Paralysis Thunder, Jesus. And we land a second Thunder just to rub it in. In comes the Arcanine. We will go to Kangas. We'll go to Tauros first. We will obviously outspeed. We will Earthquake here. That is literally nothing to you. We'll bring out the Kangaskhan and we will Rock Slide. That is a nice little chunk of damage. Nice little chunk of damage. A flamethrower comes in and does like shit tons to me. Okay, so we've got this problem. Do I think I can live through this? Extreme speed, we do live. There we go, this is what we want to see. We can actually soft build this off. But just to speed things up, I will use a full restore, as you're going to extreme speed me. I can counter here. Down goes the Arcanine, Chansey putting in the work against Gary, and now he brings out his ace in the hole, his Venusaur. I don't think Venusaur has clicked that yet. We'll go into our Wigglytuff here. And we will Thunder. Thunder Wave is important. He's boosted the power. If we land this Fire Blast, it's a Fire Blast in the sun, and it does over half. Beautiful. We know the Solar Beam is coming, but he gets paralyzed, which is unfortunate. The Citrus Berry is going to save him, unless I get a crit. The super effective crit. Wigglytuff comes through, takes out the Venusaur. We defeat Gary, and that is our normal Pure type victory. Beautiful. Excuse me. After all that work to become league champ, my reign is over already? It's not fair. Shut up, Tracy. Don't ruin the moment. Why did I lose? I never made any mistakes raising my Pokemon. Darn it, you're the new Pokemon League champion, although I don't like to admit it. So Oka's going to come here, we're going to become all of this stuff, and we're just going to skip through all this because we sort of know how it all goes. And here we are at the Hall of Fame, ready to be inducted, and we have our pure normal type team being inducted into the Hall of Fame. So, we have on our team our level 50 Kangaskhan, our level 52 Chansey, who put in so much work, our level 49 Wigglytuff, who got the final blow, our level 53 Clefable got us out of a lot of scrapes, our level 49 Porygon, and our level 50 Tauros, who essentially saved us when fighting Bruno. So everyone sort of put in their own little bits of work throughout the Elite Four, which is really good. That's what we want to see. Don't like relying on like one Pokemon over a load of others. I like sharing everything around, and there we go. And off he runs. I don't think this stuff wasn't in the original, so let's see what's going on here. Oh, Oak's just like... Just a quick look back, and then there we are. So we're going to see the credits here. We can just zip through them as you essentially see us run back through the land as we obviously hit Viridian. There's Pewter City. That's Cerulean City. Cerulean Cape, Vermilion City. Lavender Town. Celadon, I believe. Yes, definitely Celadon City. Saffron City. Cycling Road. Fuchsia, obviously Fuchsia City. Cinnabar Island. And we see the Pikachu there as we start heading up towards Pallet Town and home. That was a very circuitous route he took back to his house, but there we go. We have completed this normal Monotype. It's been an interesting run. Probably not, certainly not like the one I've had the most enjoyment out of, I wouldn't say, but I was sort of expecting that in many ways. This is obviously a game that is one I've already played. Indeed, Fire Red was one of the first Pokemon games I actually played at all, and was one of the 2 Pokemon games I think I played this, and I played something else before I actually started uploading my Pokemon videos to my channel. Those were the only 2 games I'd actually played, so sort of coming back to it, it was nice to come back to it, but at the same time, you know, Kanto, we have already done Kanto many times over, and no, it was enjoyable, but at the same time, there is this sense of familiarity, and obviously you know the gym leaders, you know what Pokemon they're going to bring, and you sort of understand the challenges that the game are going to throw at you. The team's, it's a really interesting team. I always feel like the attacks should be doing more damage than they are. I don't quite know, you know, I'm looking at the stats sort of here, and you see that like Taurus is only, well, he's got base 100 attack, which when you actually think about it is not actually that much. You know, base 100 attack. And I guess I'm used to almost like looking at competitive sides. Like I've been playing a lot of Showdown actually, and obviously there you've got like, you know, items. You've got like choice bands, and you've got like life orbs and all this sort of stuff, just to up the damage of everything. And here we're talking about non-max IVs, this sort of stuff. So I sort of expect a Tauros to be able to take out an Alakazam in one shot, and mine did half damage. But you know, that's sort of part of the game. There's obviously more stuff to be done here in Fire Red. We do have a post-story stuff to go through and to continue. Eventually, we will actually be able to essentially get our final team, because we will actually be able to get a Blissey, because we will get the National Dex, which is really good. Unfortunately, we will not be able to get Porygon 2, which is always sad. We will be able to get the item for Porygon 2, so, but obviously it is a trade evolution, and this being essentially the pure ROM, and not hacked in any way. There aren't any ways of, I haven't included any ways of doing trade evolutions. Also, I think I need to, we'll also hopefully be able to go back to Celadon and mix up some of the movesets a bit more. Now, obviously, we won't be stuck. I'll need to get Fly, actually, like, sort out getting Fly, so we can actually travel a bit easier, certainly. But no, aside from that, I hope you have enjoyed this series as a whole. I was very glad to actually complete the Elite Four. I don't think there was anything too scary. I mean, the Bulk Up Machamp was a bit of a worry, but then you suddenly realise that he doesn't actually have the fighting type moves. If he'd gone up for Bulk Up beforehand, then that would have been really worrying. I'm not sure I could have actually dealt with that. I think he would have probably had enough cross chops to essentially slice through my entire team. But aside from that, no, it's been a good run, a fun run. There's also an Elite Four rematch, I believe, which we will definitely have to grind up for, and we'll eventually see where we stand according to that. But no, I hope, like I said, I hope you have enjoyed this series as a whole, and hope you'll continue to watch the post game that we have for this. Apologies for the sort of infrequent uploads. Trying to get back on top of that. Obviously been uploading some Flora Sky. I need to finish that game off really quickly. And obviously, the funny thing is that obviously everyone else in the Pokemon community is trying to speedily finish off every series that they've got going on right now because of Sun and Moon. Sun and Moon in an imminent arrival. And unfortunately, I won't be able to play it because I don't have a 3DS. So there we go. But I will certainly be. I'm definitely looking forward to actually starting some more hacks and starting some new games. There are so many hacks of Fire Red. Fire Red is Gen 3 is the sort of the gem in the hacking crown. So we'll certainly hopefully have a lot more hacks to see. And no, I'm really looking forward to it. So yeah, no, lots of things to look forward to on my channel. Hope you will join me for the post game of this, and also finishing up Flora Sky and all this stuff. And yeah, no. Hope you enjoyed this video, and hope you will join me on the next video.